Did you know 92% of Americans 18 and older listen to the radio? Radio has been bringing communities together since its invention in the 1920s. Whether it's through live events like concerts or the jam session on the drive home, we can all find a way to connect. Radio was important to Kenneth MacDonald Sr. That's why he founded MacDonald Broadcasting in 1962. Passing in 1989, he left it to his kids, Kenneth MacDonald Jr. and Patricia MacDonald Garber. Kenneth MacDonald Sr. and Jr. have both been inducted into the Michigan Association of Broadcasters Hall of Fame. This family-owned broadcasting station has 8 radio stations between the Lansing and Tri-City markets, with 3 AM and 5 FM stations ranging from country to variety hits. There is a song for anyone to tune into.
98 KCQ.
I freaking love Morgan Wallen. I love his music. Hardy and Lainey Wilson and their brand new song, Wait in the Truck. Love that. Haven't had a good story song like that in country music or music per se in a long time. He rented a limousine and put the limousine in front of the Texan restaurant out on Bay Road and told everybody that Garth was there having breakfast. And basically what we did was the limousine parked out front, and we said that Garth would be willing, if you want to stop by, to take a photo with you. And as they get to the limousine, it's a cutout of Garth Brooks in the limousine. And folks fell for it and went for it. So, you know, Country Music Fest, exciting. Those stunts, exciting. And it's just fun to be here, fun to be in radio. And basically what you do is you come in every morning, you play great music, and you have an opportunity to, you know, tell folks in the listening audience what's going on in the world. If you look at radio 10, 15 years ago, everybody was live. And now with downsizing of big corporations, you have a lot of folks, a lot of stations, a lot of companies that will have, you know, one person voice track 8 shows in 8 different markets. And you know, voice tracking is just basically plugging in voice tracks over songs into commercial break. We don't do that. We're 24/7 on KCQ and the only radio station in mid-Michigan that can boast that, if you will.
Number one is our local ownership, because that drives everything. It's decisions made by the owner, not just to satisfy shareholders and stock price. The fact that we are a live local station, that there's somebody actually here in the building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's pretty unique in the broadcast industry these days. That we can control our own programming from the top down. For anybody that's been here any length of time that still remembers the experience of Country Music Fest, that probably tops the list. For a small ragtag group of people that this company represents to pull together a volunteer force and friends and family and host a concert in downtown Saginaw that drew tens of thousands, some estimates over 100,000 people, was quite a remarkable accomplishment. And so many people in the area have fond memories of being a participant at those concerts and still enjoy the talent that we were able to bring and offer free to the community. And there was a lot of work that went into it, a lot of planning, but it was really pretty rewarding to offer that to the community.
On the way at KCQ.
College I went to had a college radio station, and they said, well, we'll let anybody on the air the first day. And I did one radio show in the middle of the night, and I remember taking my headphones off at the end going, oh, this is what I was meant to do with my life. So I used to work in Nashville, and it was amazing, and our radio station decided to change formats for a weekend because Garth Brooks was coming to do multiple nights at the Bridgestone Arena there. And so we only played Garth Brooks songs for about 72 hours, and we changed the name of the station to Garth FM. And then after that, I got to meet Garth. My favorite part of the job, other than talking on the radio, is that they literally ask me to choose all the songs. I think sometimes people think there must be some big corporation or some deal with record labels. It's just me. I just am the guy who picks the song. So every song you hear, I chose. Last summer, we had an article done about our building, all 3 of the radio stations that are here, from a national trade magazine. And they said that we are amongst the very last companies in America that are live 24/7. We staff the building all day and all night, which is how it was done previously, or for 100 years. And now almost everything is pre-recorded, corporate. The programming is pumped in from somewhere else. The DJs have no idea where they're, broadcasting. They just kind of cut a show in a studio and then they walk out and it's over. We're still live. We're still local. We live in this community and we're here 24 hours a day. I like working here. This is pretty cool.
Would you consider sleeping in another room if you and your spouse got a better night's sleep? How about you, sir?
Probably not, no.
And is that because your wife won't let you, or because
you like to cuddle?
I don't like to cuddle, but I just love my wife and I wouldn't do that.
When I first started here at KCQ, I was not into country music at all. And the first artists that really caught my ear more than anything were Emmylou Harris and Willie Nelson. However, I'm really more of a songwriter, performer kind of listener. I love Keith Urban writes his own songs. I love Miranda Lambert. She writes and performs her own songs. So those two are my favorite right now. I also like Blake Shelton just because he's the nicest guy. I've met him and he is so sweet. And one day a woman came in and she was buying dishes for her cottage up north. And I asked her what she did, and she said her and her husband owned a radio station in town. And I really didn't even know that there was a locally owned radio station in Saginaw. So every time I saw her, I'd ask her more questions. And one day the store went out of business, announced we were going under, and I helped her buy some of her dishes. And she said, "Do you want to work in radio?" And I said, "Yes, I want to be in show business." So that's how it started. She gave me my first try. It was Mrs. MacDonald Senior, the owner's mother, and we hit it off, and I've been here ever since. It was a free concert. We put it on Ojibwe Island. Anybody could just walk on and see some tremendous country talent. I mean, we introduced Saginaw, the Tri-City area in mid-Michigan, to people like Blake Shelton and Jody Messina and Travis Tritt. They were all on that stage. Lone Star. It was always so much fun. It's having fun with people who call in, having fun with listeners that you meet on remotes, and getting to know them as people, as friends. I mean, that's just the best part of it all. And it's show business. We were the first country radio station in the mid-Michigan area. We got to go to Nashville for the CMA Awards, and it was always a lot of fun meeting the artists and interviewing them, like Carrie Underwood when she was just starting out, Brad Paisley when he was just starting out, and Taylor Swift when she was 13 and she came with her mom. And I remember after interviewing Taylor Swift when she left, I said to Kramer, who was with me, I said, "That one's going to be a star."